take a moment to picture the chaos. Just chaos. I can ignore the noises. It's probably very annoying for anyone else. It's all getting very muddy up at the top of the featherweight division, and by the top I mean, you know, all of it. Tough as fuck. The bells of the ball. But my heart, my gut, my whatever else other voices are going on up there, we don't need to question. If Max Holloway was a meal deal, the audacity of me sitting here talking to you about next week's fights when there was a stacked UFC 287 card on just last night, and I haven't blessed you with a reaction video since 284? 285? A while. It's been a hot minute. Bear with me. I've just started a new job. I know I have a life and purpose outside of these four walls. I can't really be staying up all night and then staying up even longer to edit, upload, etc. I need to prioritise my cognitive function. And anyway, this fight deserves a moment, and if I was talking about that one, I wouldn't be talking about this one. It all works out in the end. Arnold Allen versus Max Holloway. Take a moment to picture the chaos. Now, us Brits were originally hoping that this fight was going to be on the London card, and I think I said as much in my 2023 MMA hopes and dreams video, but then I quickly changed my mind again because I didn't get tickets, and if I don't get to watch that flesh on eyeballs, then none of my country pubbles do either. Spiteful. And really, this works out for our lads, because it wouldn't have even been the co-main. And now they get an event all special for them, like. They're probably getting the creases out of their best dresses and shining their tiaras as we speak. The bells of the ball. And we all know that Holloway was a great champion. Like, he's beaten all of the best guys in like the old guard of the division, but then he found his kryptonite in the form of Alexander Volkanovski. Obviously Volka's beat a lot of guys, but he's 3 for 3 over Max Holloway, and that puts Max in a tricky spot. Yes, there's been a bit of a change of sorts at the top, with Yair now holding the interim belt, but Volk still rules for now, and Max is unlikely to get another shot at Volk. So he was always going to have to start like peering down at the guys on the rungs below him, and, you know, quickly, because he needs to shake off that sheen, that post-Volk, I can't get over this hurdle glaze, and show us why he's not just a fan favourite, but a winner, damn it. And he is. Stats. Most wins in the division. Alright, lads. Most wins in the division, most finishes in the division, longest win streak, not currently obvs. I just mean at one time or another he's held these accolades. Total strikes landed, so total strikes absorbed. I'm going to ignore the this is very fitting, like this is Arnold Allen and Max Holloway, okay? Just chaos. It's just chaos. And it's that last stat that's like this ongoing game of blackjack. Bless you! You never know if this card is going to be the one that really kind of pushes you past the 21, or I don't gamble. Holloway's never been knocked out, but everyone has a number. A number of strikes you can absorb before the chin goes, right? And Allen reckons that Max's number is up this time. Ooh. It's so dramatic. He says that he has too many miles on the clock. Even though Max isn't old, he's been in so many wars, and that damage just accumulates. And even though he's famously look at that face. This terrifying, creature. Oh, I know, your baby brother's so annoying, isn't he? That's what baby brothers do, bub. That's what baby brothers be. Even though Max famously stopped sparring hard during camps, you do take impact. Your body gets knocked about, scar tissue forms, you start to bleed more, cut easier. It is just a matter of time. But Alan's time is ticking too. Like the London, you know, them being on the London card didn't happen because of a rib injury that he had. He ain't immune to the damage, but he didn't take a lot of it in his last fight. He's still undefeated in the UFC. He's got fairly notable wins over big names, but there was always like a caveat to the win. You know, Calvin Kaya suffered an injury. Dan Hooker was on a brief, like, one-fight hiatus from his actual weight class. Gilbert Melendez was at the end of his, like, career. Lumpy, please stop crying. It's highly annoying. I love you. Oh yeah, I know, he's still here. Using his smarts to keep his brain from getting butchered is where Allen believes that he takes that best boxer crown right off of Holloway's head.
The freshman game to play, baby! Oh my goodness!
He knows this is going to be a stand-up fight, and he's happy for that. He says that he, you know, trains everything, but stand-up is his favourite, but he's not just going to stand in front of Max and trade like Cater did. He's going to move, use his footwork, make him miss, make him pay, as Michael Bisping says 100 fucking times a day. And he believes that he has the power in his hands, which he probably does, the technique, the fight IQ that will get that elusive knockout. Despite Holloway's resume being a who's who of fucking incredible MMA fighters, Aldo, Ortega, Edgar,
yeah, I'm the one to get it, bruh.
Allen believes he'll be the one to lift the sword from the stone. His last win wasn't the one he wanted, and this time he plans to leave, no doubt. But he needs to prepare for every eventuality. He needs to know that he can go 5 rounds with a 5-round fighter. Max Holloway, I don't think he's been in a scheduled 3-round fight since 2017 or something. It's like 11 fights in a row he's been in that have been scheduled for 5 rounds. Allen himself has recognised Holloway as being tough as fuck, doesn't slow down, throws 100 punches around, and basically fights like an asshole. And he does. Nicest guy in the world, Holloway, but when he's in there, it's all about the show, the games, the taunting, the jeering, the mocking. You get me? He's an incredible fighter, and when it all clicks, he's unstoppable. Hey, sugar. Did you shake him? Say hello. Say hi. Hi, world. And he beat Yair, so there was an argument that he should have been a shoo-in for the interim. But there's an argument for Allen as well. It's all getting very muddy up at the top of the featherweight division, and by the top I mean, you know, all of it. Like I said, Holloway's a 5-round fighter. I know you weren't questioning his cardio, but don't you dare question his cardio. And if we're going off records, then, you know, Max has the higher quality win. Arnold does have the power advantage, which could lead to, if it goes to a decision, then he could get the decision off of, like, damage due to the more powerful strikes. But it's more likely, and this is what my head is telling me, that it will go to a decision, but it'll be Max driving the pace, landing with a lot of volume, exhausting Allen, using his heart, using his technique, and I think that he will more likely get the decision win. That's what my head says. My heart, please don't chew my shoelaces. I'm very emotional about it, actually. But my heart, my gut, my whatever else other voices are going on up there, we don't need to question. They're saying that Allen wins. But beyond that, more importantly than that, they're saying that this is going to be one of the best fights of the year. We should be very excited. It's going to be absolute fucking chaos. And then what? Like, Arnold Allen is one of the people that believes that Max won that second fight with Volk. He's not salty about not being called for the title fight. He says this fight is bigger and the next step is inevitable. Whoever gets the W, they should technically go on to challenge next after the whole Yair Volk thing is cleared up. But then obviously, if Volk wins that and Max wins this, then, you know, we have some issues. Now, if Allen gets the call for the title, he believes it's a long time coming, but he does also understand that he's had a lot of injuries He's let the organisation down a few times, so progress is naturally a bit slow. But he knows this: you've got to beat Max Holloway if you hope to have a shot at the title. He's like this inevitable step. Oh, actually, there's another thing he knows as well. If Max Holloway was a meal deal, he'd be a chicken triple because of the endurance, a coffee for the energy, and a pack of Man Crisps. Sensations. And what can any of us say with that much confidence? I can say I'll be here next week. Doesn't sound like I have that much confidence. I can say that you should definitely like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments your pick for this fight. Oh, and tell me what meal deal you think I am.